really quick. It didn't come through. If you dress like a...
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Hey, she was a hoe.
You're going to be seen as a...
Hey, she was a hoe.
Feminism has made women think they should sexualize themselves, then be about it. Have some self-respect. The patriarchy is here for you.
Well, honestly, some of us don't really care if you see us as whores, because some of us don't want to be your wife. Some of us don't want to be in a relationship with you guys. Some of us are really just here to get your money, honestly. So, if you're looking at people, if I know that getting your money is me, if I dress provocative, if I do this, if I do that, that's going to attract you, because you're looking for a wife. So you're going to go for a woman who is dressed a certain type of way. But me, I want your cash. So I'm going to act a certain way, and I'm going to talk to you a certain way, so that the people who are interested in me as a dominant woman, they're going to come to me because they want me.
So think about this. So what you're saying is, based on all those prerequisites and the way that you ask, you're going to attract the exact type of whatever that you want to attract, right?
Yes, of course.
So then a stereotype will exist based on those things, and people will make those judgment calls, and they'll probably be right.
But I never said people don't judge.
No, right. I'm just saying.
I get it every single day. People inbox me every day, unprovoked hate. Just because of what I do. So it's like, it's not really, I know people judge. I get that. But I use it towards my advantage because I know people judge.
No, I get that. I'm just saying that understandably, if what they are judging based on this is probably accurate. That's the point.
Because we live in America. Go to another country in Africa where tits are out, walking down the street. Are you going to call her a whore?
No, the judgment's going to be different.
Because that's different, because it's a different society, just like she told you.
Sure.
It depends on wherever you are, whatever society you are in, that is the opinion you have. So if I was born somewhere else, me outside with my titties out would not offend you.
Yeah, but you're not
not in here, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I get it.
Because
but if you were in the other...
I'm not looking for what America's society is here to give.
Yeah,
so
I mean, but you are, though, right? Because
How?
Here, I'll explain.
Please.
So let's assume that you're in this different nation. And the standard for what they considered women who were looking for the preference of attracting people so they can get their money was that they dressed in sundresses. Would you dress in a sundress?
Yeah.
Well, then, you've just set the societal standard for how we can judge whether or not you're kind of
I'm not disputing that,
Yeah,
though.
but that's the whole point. And that's why
My
the judgments there would be the same as the judgments here, and generally speaking, they'd be right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I'm just agreeing with what she said, that this is a societal norm, and us here in America, we look at stuff a certain way.
Yeah.
In a different area, it's looked at a different way, which is agreeable. It's just where you're born at.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that.
You're doing such a generalization, though, and that's like... You can't take everything and be like, yeah, cool. So this one time, and then this second time, then this was a thing. So therefore, it's all a thing.
That's what men do.
Okay.
I forgot I was talking to a man.
Well, let me ask you this.
It's just a jokey joke. Go ahead.
If you had to choose between crossing the street where there was a lot of traffic or crossing the street where there was very little traffic.
But we're not talking about traffic.
Just answer the question.
It's not the same thing. I'm sorry.
Which street would you cross?
I'm not traffic. I'm not traffic. I'm a human being.
I didn't know that. But can you answer the question?
I'm not going to, because I'm not traffic.
You're not going to answer the question?
I'm not traffic.
Okay.
When did I walk in here with a big old 2 headlights on my head, shining, blinking? Are we in the Cars movie? Are we in the Cars movie?
Yeah. Do you realize, though, that I'm just making an analogy to test your logic?
Yes, but what you're doing is you're making an analogy on inanimate objects and situations which don't comply to societal
standards. How do you know? Then answer the question. And then I'll look stupid.
Because you're just going to go,
oh, well, that's like what I expected you to say.
Because
you've done it like 5 times already.
Because that would mean that the generalization would be correct.
Generalization is correct, but not when you're talking about people's emotions and feelings. Sorry, no.
Prove it. Hang on. Show me how generalization is not correct when you're talking about people's emotions and feelings. Like for right now, I can tell that you're animated. That's a general statement. Am I wrong?
This might just be the way I am all the time. I'm quite an excitable person, actually. You could ask my friends.
So, wait, you're an excitable person and you're animated, and I made the general statement that you're animated, and I'm right.
Yeah, but what?
Yeah, but nothing.
No, because you're still doing it again.
Yeah, I know.
It's people's feelings that you're putting out there and that you're generalizing.
So, and I would generally get it right.
Someone is a slut because she wore a nice pink dress.
I didn't call anybody a slut.
The thing here is the conversation from this side of the table is I'm hearing that some people are okay with being a hoe. I think that was an exact quote. You know, I
do not care about being
I'm
a
quoting you, right?
whore.
So here's I'm not saying there's a problem.
Okay.
I'm saying that.
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $200. Brian, I am off for the night. Flying tomorrow and tired flying gets you killed. Maybe remind the panel this is a dating panel, not a who panel. So if you want to end up alone with cats, keeping on.
I do. I would love to have a bunch.
How many cats
And
do
that's
you
kind of my
want?
point.
How many?
How many cats?
I would probably have like 3 dogs and maybe like 2 cats. 3 dogs and 2 cats.
and 2 cats.
Yo, Grid 1,
I would
thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
They will,
Thank you.
because they will take care of me. You know, I'll just have to give them some, clean
Okay.
their stuff. And
All right.
Don't have to do much.
And that's kind of my point. Is that if that's your goal and that's what I'm hearing communicated from this side, from that corner, what he's saying and what you're saying are not dissimilar. You're
not.
making a judgment upon yourself. He's making a judgment. I
I know me.
That's fine. I
not a
love
judgment.
taking out the negative connotation of judgment because I think that's
Mm-hmm.
totally fair because it doesn't have to be negative. And so I think you guys are kind of saying the same thing. And in
Are you
some
talking to her?
ways, well,
About her?
Yeah, we
'Cause
already
They were the
agreed.
one going
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah,
Not
we
me.
no,
already
I know,
basically
but she was
agreed.
So-
defending
No.
that whole
Because when it
situation.
comes to emotion, it's totally different. But it's not really
No, but
totally
it
different,
is
right?
because when you go out of your way to hurt someone's feelings, like in that thing, like those girls were offended and they were like that.
Those
if
girls
you're-
who agreed to be on camera and answer his questions got really offended by the questions that they were then asked.
But
Right.
it's the same way like we're on this podcast and we're talking about things that are going to get heated.
Mm-hmm.
Things get heated. I've agreed to be on this podcast. I've agreed to everything.
You're kind of going against your own point right now.
No, I'm not.
But-
I've agreed to be on this podcast. I've agreed to accept what is being said to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still allowed to get offended.
But
Sorry, when was that?
Yeah, you
not-
can get offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So they were
You
allowed to
get
get
offended.
offended. They were allowed to get upset.
Nobody said that they weren't allowed
They're
to do
allowed
that.
to get offended.
You just did.
Wait, what?
When?
Because I just said like it's people's feelings, and you were like it doesn't count with emotion.
Generalizations don't count with emotion.
Yeah, and we were talking about those 2 girls.
Yeah, and I'm generalizing about their emotions.
But
opinions.
Almost there. The light bulb's about to go.
I know.
Come on, it's about to go. We're so close.
I was at fucking
It's
uni.
about to ding. Come on.
They were offended, and they're more entitled to be offended. What was being applied on them, the word, unfortunately, the one that he has to bleep out, is an offensive word in our society, and he was referring to that as them. They got offended. They're allowed to get offended. Generalizations on what girls wear, to call them things like SU. Am I allowed to say the word?
Yeah, but that guy didn't
He
call
didn't
them
say
any of
that.
those things.
A sloot. A sloot. He was inferring it. You could infer that was.
He didn't call
There's
them
no way you're not a
That was his
virgin.
assumption.
Wait,
Because
wait.
they
He didn't
dressed
say that.
that way, and
How do
because
we
they
know
were
that?
out there
Some
at
things were
clubs, he said
fair.
that.
Well,
and they were
wait a
kind of
second.
asking for
If
it.
the inference is that he thought they were a sloop, then they were generalizing about his emotional state, weren't they?
They both made assumptions there, but one of them isn't okay.
When you're offending people, I don't know. I just don't think it's nice
But-
to be mean to people.
But
Sorry.
if I didn't like redheads, your emotions are irrelevant. I still don't like redheads.
well, it's still a bit mean,
But
isn't it?
that's an opinion though. So
Wait, you don't like redheads?
No.
Everybody's
Like,
dogpiling on you
Crazy
right now.
time to say that, but all
Shut
right.
up. I'll sit in the corner with
No,
my
but
whiny friend.
emotions
No,
are
it's- I mean, it's good
irrelevant
to
when it comes
engage.
to other people's opinions and generalizations.
That is true, though.
No, everyone's
I
entitled to
can
their own
agree with
opinions.
that.
Opinions
So
are like
you-
assholes. Everyone has
Wait,
one.
not everyone's entitled to their own.
But some people might have 2 opinions.
Not something. No, everyone's entitled to your opinion, but no, I'm not going to say that.
Well, anyways.
I'm gonna counteract everything I just said, so I'm going to step back on that one.
Well, here we were going around the table getting.